Alright, today we're going to take a look at the Nikon FX1000 Black 6-24 by 50. We're real quickly. I'm not going to get into all the specs. There's not really a lot listed on Nikon's website, but obviously it's a 6-24 by 50. This is the first focal plane. It has illuminated reticle, and it's going to be right in the same ballpark as I would consider for the competition to be the Gen 2 PSTs, the Athlon Aries BTR, the Citron S3 long range series, which are getting a little outdated now. They've been around for a while. MSRP is $800. As far as I know, that's what you're going to have to pay to get one on the street now. But the illuminated reticle's got off positions in between every click. It's a 10 different settings. I'm not a big illuminated reticle kind of guy, but it does work nicely. It bleeds as most of them do, but the settings are nice. If it gets too bright out, you can go down. In the dark, you can make whatever adjustments you need. But as far as all the controls, the power ring adjustment is smooth. It's a little on the stiff side, but it'll probably loosen up. I think most of the scopes are going to be like that. I don't think that's going to be a make or break kind of deal. I don't really like how it's concaved here, but again, not something I'm gonna worry about. The turrets are nice and loud, audible. I think that's gonna make most people have the impression that they're nice. They are fairly tactile feeling, but when you get behind it, it's a little more difficult than some of the other scopes out there to hit your exact setting. Sometimes you'll go over one or two clicks. It's definitely not as nice, in my opinion, as the Citron S3s, but this has got 25 minutes per rev versus the 15 on the Citron. So the detents are going to be a little bit smaller, and this is just without making a giant turret, it's not going to be real easy to make them feel the same. I would say it's not quite as good as the Gen 2 PSTs. I think it is slightly better than the Aries BTR. And I don't think most people are as worried about how the turrets feel as I am. They're definitely pretty good turrets. I don't think that you're going to be disappointed with them. On the windage, they're not quite as nice as the elevation, but it's got they're like a windage turret should be, in my opinion. It's got left going one way, right going the other, so you know exactly which way you're turning. And then really lastly, talk real quickly about the zero stop. Now, it's definitely not as nice as the Gen 2 PST or the Aries BTR as far as how it feels. It's definitely easier to set than the Gen 2 PST. Not as easy. Well, realistically, they're the same as a Aries BTR. But basically, you back this screw off. There's 3 screws around here on this zero stop. You back it off, zero the scope. Once you get it zeroed, you just screw this down. All the way clockwise till it won't turn anymore. It's very intuitive. Tighten these 3 screws. Take the turret, put it on, set it on 0. Tighten the 3 screws on the turret cap. There you have it. It's just not, you don't get that clunk that you do with the other 2 scopes, the Gen 2 PST or the Aries BTR, but it does work. It doesn't click past it, so I don't think you're going to be disappointed in it either, especially if you've never touched the other 2. Now, spec wise, they say it weighs 24 ounces. This weighs exactly 24 ounces on my scale. So I'm going to do this in a couple steps. I went ahead and did a tracking test, and in the video I'll show you the rig that I used. Both the reticle and the tracking were perfect. The reticle was right on. The minutes were lined up with the target at 100 yards, and the click came out 20 minutes up. We'll talk about it here in a minute, but tracking's perfect. I will break up into it and do another video on the glass quality, and I'm going to go ahead and mount this on a rifle and do some load development with that rifle, and we'll get into the other aspects of the scope. But as far as I'm concerned, the most important thing on a scope is the tracking. I don't ever see myself missing a animal because the glass wasn't good enough. Just looking through it for a few minutes, it's gonna be very comparable to other scopes. Now, as far as resolution and chromatic aberration and clarity, brightness, all that stuff, I'm gonna have to spend some more time with it, and like I said, I'll do another video. But we'll go over the tracking here, and we'll let you take a look at that and go from there. Alright, we're going to check out the tracking on the Nikon FX1000 6-24 MOA version. So we've got it set up on a test rig here. I've got it rigged up so that I can make adjustments to get it zeroed using the rig, and then make adjustments on the scope from there. Down 100 yards away, I've got 0 mark, and I've got 21 inches up, another mark 21 inches to the left, another mark 21 inches down, another mark, and then back at the beginning. And at 100 yards, 21 inches is as close to 20 minutes as I can get. I've got hash marks in the middle for 10 minutes. I'm having troubles getting video through the scope due to the light situations out here right now, but I've repeated the test several times, and it is right on the money, both on the clicks and the reticle. They're exactly 20 minutes. The marks down there that I've got are exactly 20 minutes. It repeats up, down, left, right. It's done it several times. So I think as far as tracking goes, this scope is going to be good to go. We'll get back in the bench and we'll take a look at the rest of the scope, and then we'll go down here real quick at the target and look at the setup that we've got for measuring. Alright, here we got the test target. Started at the bottom right. I zeroed it using the rig that I built, and then we clicked up 10 minutes, checked it at the 10.5 inch mark, and went up another 10 minutes, checked at the 21 inch mark, went left 10.5 inches, which is 10 minutes, and then another 10 minutes, which is 21 inches, and then down and right. And I repeated that several times, up, down, counterclockwise, clockwise, left, right, up, down. You get the point. I did it several times, and it's right on the money every time. The reticle is also exactly on. The 20 minute was, you could put the hash marks on that bottom right mark, and the 20 minute would be on the top right, and then left, right was matching the corner of that box just the same. So I think it's good to go initially, and I chose to do this method as opposed to doing the box test shooting groups, just because this is a little more easy to control. But now that I'm happy with the tracking, we'll go ahead and get it mounted on a rifle and put it through the paces. Alright, I've taken a look at the turrets, the illuminated reticle settings, the zero stop, real quickly how to set it. It's very simple, and we've taken a look at the tracking. I would place this, if as far as scopes that I would run on rifles, I would prefer to have this over the Ares BTR. If you look at my videos on the Gen 2 PST, I've had mechanical issues with it. Feature-wise and feel-wise, I actually prefer that Gen 2 PST over this, but I had to have 4 scopes before I could get a good one. Now, as far as durability, obviously I haven't put this through its paces. I did the tracking. The tracking was fine. Parallax adjustments, all that seemed to be working fine. I just wanted to get that out there as far as how the tracking is and stuff, so you guys can make a decision on that. And then when I get some more time with it, we'll come back with how the glass is and make sure that the mechanics are still holding up. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and like I said in a couple other videos, drop me an email at huntinthewest@gmail.com for any content you would like to see in the future, and I'll try my best to get some of those items reviewed for you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.